I still write your name forever.
Hey y'all, thanks for tuning in. Let's go.
This was for the money, just give me five for the show. Everything you tryna see in my eyes in the show. Got me dealing with them demons, them guys was on the
floor. My nephew, y'all.
Different state of run.
We gonna ping all this information in the live.
And 46 is just a pleasure, swear to money, and we in difference, and just go my way, your money, and they the opposite, that I'm sorry, ain't ocean walking the city, living news, the difference between us and now, we put that money on them. They tryna make us and I say we ain't gon' let it know. No, we gon' let that know, cause we gon' get them gone. The difference between us money, niggas, we don't wear it on us. BG forever, got my bad shit embedded on them. Ain't no shit crossing my dog, don't got you never done. Make sure you sharing the ball, one day we gon' be on. My city hates it.
Good evening, and good evening. Welcome to episode 7 with Ruffled Feathers Podcast. Tonight, I will be hosting alone. My team was booked, so they couldn't be here. And I wanted to introduce you guys to my family and friends who decided to come in and show me support tonight. Tonight, we're going to start off the show with my nephew, Josh, 46, BigBoss. He's an upcoming artist here in the local Milwaukee area. He will be here for the 15th minute of youth. So you guys tune in. If you have questions, ping him. And let's see what he's talking about, y'all. What up, nephew? What's going on?
What's up?
Tell us about yourself. We want to know how you got started in the music industry.
I got started with music. At first, I was hooping like most of my life, you know. And like around junior year, I had got cut from the basketball team, and one door closed, another one open.
Okay. So what inspired you? What was your motivation?
Family, Okay. Most definitely my first lady, my mother.
Okay. Shout out to his mama, my sister Latan in the building. Support is everything when it's coming from your family. It keeps you engaged, motivated, and in tune. Also with the accountability. Describe what your music details of. If you can have a couple words, because when we came in today, we had your intro song going on. So describe what your music entails.
It's like harsh music, I want you to feel it.
Okay.
The most depressed person, I want to pick their head up. Real confident music.
Motivation
music, yeah.
Okay.
Like that.
Tell us what your creative process is like. What do you do when you start to write or you listening to your tracks?
Get some bottle of Hennessy. Some Beganas. Yeah. The rest is just creativeness.
Mm-hmm. Are you more of the writer on your music?
I can do both. I can do both.
Okay. Right now, are you collaborating with anybody, or are in the future, do you want to collaborate with some future artists?
Lions, you know what I'm saying? Money Fan. If it makes sense, though, I'll work with somebody in the future, if it makes sense.
If you can open for anybody you want as a starting show, who would you pick and why?
That's a good question. That's a great question. It's excellent. Mm-hmm.
I have to go with Meek Mill, Future.
Okay. Why would you pick those two?
They top dogs right now.
Okay. All right. If you can describe what you're going through right now as an artist and what you're trying to do, one word will pick that?
Right now, what I'm trying to do as an artist, like I said, just trying to pick the world head up, basically.
Now, if I asked you to freestyle, would you?
You gotta go on YouTube. It's free.
Y'all gotta check him on YouTube. He said, y'all.
Yeah. Next time I come up here, though, I got you.
Okay.
Sure.
Can you tell our audience how to get in contact with you, all your platforms, any phone numbers who they should reach out to, for any to stay in tune with you, should I say?
Yeah. You can always catch me like on Instagram. I check my Instagram a lot. It's at 46 BigBoss. You know, and I'm dropping a lot of my music on YouTube. That's the only two things I really focus on is YouTube and Instagram. Trying to get my biggest platform.
Okay. Now, what are your plans this evening? Or do you have any shows coming up in the future?
Nope. I ain't got no shows yet. Okay. I'm just working, grinding, working on music, get my team together. You know, trying to push forward best way I can. Okay. Put my city on.
Okay. Miss Geneva or Miss Brittney, you guys have any questions for 46 BigBoss?
No, just continue to do your thing. It sounds like your music is trying to, or the main, thing is to motivate. So that's definitely what a big, crowd, especially the younger generation, we definitely need motivation. It's just such a different world now with all the COVID things going on. So motivation can go extremely far. You just never know, like, who needs that uplifting song or rap or whatever it may be. So keep it up, and I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of you too, and thank you for coming.
Thank you all for having me.
I'm proud of you too, man.
Oh. My lie?
Yeah.
Did I kill it?
No, tell them what you did.
Oh, they'll be all right.
Looking to support Black-owned businesses in the Milwaukee area? Download the MKE Black mobile app, now available on Android and iPhone devices. Find your new favorite Black-owned restaurants, boutiques, and more in the Milwaukee, Waukesha, and Racine areas. MKE Black also supports local Black businesses with events, grants, and marketing. To learn more, visit us at mkeblack.org. Once again, that's mkeblack.org.
Yes, I will be in contact.
Please do.
Okay.
My name?
She married, big bro.
Right, you don't want the husband to come here now.
Love y'all.
See you later.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all.
Let me get the fuck
I got sweat, y'all.
This is everywhere I go.
Is it?
Yes. Men are ridiculous. No, it doesn't matter what I have. It doesn't matter. Come on.
How did I do, y'all?
Great. Excellent.
Oh. Hey, y'all. I did not know I was back on air. I do apologize. Welcome back. Welcome back. Right now, we have the lovely Brittney and Miss Geneva, business gurus. They are most important to me, and the reason I say that is because they are the reason why I started Raise Resources. They have been there with me through every step of the way, from the front to the end and in the middle right now. I know I get on their nerves, y'all. Contacted them every single day, text messaging, smoke signals, and all that. But they do have some dope businesses that they do. They have a B&B consultants. So if you guys are looking to start a business, please reach out to them. I will ping in their information in our chat. And also they have Blackmon events too, parties, bridals, weddings, whatever you may need, contact Miss Brittney and Miss Geneva. So I'm going to start off. Welcome.
Hi you guys.
Hello.
Good evening.
Booked, busy, and in love. So tell me, y'all, what's going on out
Definitely in
here?
love. I don't know how
For
long
sure.
we were on live, but I am married and in
And
love.
so am I.
I don't know. My husband is watching. I definitely am married and in love.
So introduce yourself. Tell me
Oh,
what you
I'm
got, who
sorry.
you guys are, what you bring.
My name is Brittney Blackmon. I do own Blackmon Events. That is my event planning business, as well as me and Geneva partner in B&B Consults, which is how we know Miss Sensoray here. We work with a multitude of different businesses in different regards, such as getting them set up or if they're in a crisis, we come in, we do a variety of different things. I'm gonna let my partner chime in so she can talk a little bit.
Yeah, so just to piggyback off of Brittney, I'm also, of course, co-owner of B&B Consults, and then I also have Little Bakers Association as well, which is a nonprofit organization that I started back in 2014. Booming now, so just a little spoiler, bakery coming soon. Bum, 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 bum.
That's
so
right.
you heard it here first. Yes, bakery coming.
Very,
Very,
soon,
very,
you
very
guys.
soon. So we are definitely working to kick that off.
Absolutely.
The name of that baby is LBA Sweet Shack.
LBAC Sweet Shack. Keep that name in mind. You'll be hearing it.
Yes. So that's coming. That's in the works as we speak. And then also, you know, we got the real estate thing going on.
Oh, yes, I'm also a realtor. I'm
Yes,
sorry. I'm not
you better
even,
go
my husband
ahead
would
and
kill
say-
me. Yes, absolutely. I work for Keller Williams as well.
There we
So
go.
if you're looking for a home, you can reach me on my social media, Brittney Blackmon. I have Brittney Blackmon real estate page as well. You can reach me there. I am more than happy to find you your dream home or help you sell it. And you also can contact us for your business needs.
That's right. And I mean, we just got so much going on
Right.
down the
Listen,
pike.
we're
I mean,
here
like
for it.
we're
We
like,
got-
and
tonight is about business.
all business.
Business.
Come on, tell
We
me
do
about
it
the
all.
transportation. Come
Oh,
on.
with the transport, I do have a transportation company as well. It's just got up and running, so I'm not fully in full force and full swing with that right now. But I do have a transportation company as well, and I do taxes. But I'm starting to slow back on that because people are getting a bit aggressive.
Right.
My schedule is pretty tight. So yeah, we do a variety of different things. though.
Yes, definitely.
We're gonna kick off with some questions I do want to ask. I know it's a lot of business owners out here in the local city of Milwaukee. Business etiquette comes first, I believe, especially when it comes to customer service. I feel like there is a disconnect when it comes to especially our local Black businesses, when it comes to either promoting ourselves or we go to purchase an item or product and the communication is off.
Absolutely.
So can you tell us what could we do as a community, as a whole, to stop that, but also show support without being so, I guess, backlashing? You know, we are so quick to bring each other down without supporting each other. And instead of contacting and saying, hey, you know, I had a problem here or there to resolve it. What do you guys think should go on when it comes to situations like that? Or have you guys experienced?
Well, I think absolutely, because we do deal with a variety of different businesses.
Okay.
I mean, and we work with a variety from bars to daycare centers to nonprofit organizations. So I definitely think that we see a multitude of different issues. One thing that I would say in the Black community is that, and I think one thing that me and Geneva, the real reason why we started this is because we want to improve Black businesses. We want to make Black businesses strong, not only strong in the sense of customer service, but also strong in the sense of being able to give funding and being able to look like a reputable business. Because we all know we have businesses in our community that have been open for 20 or 30 years, but maybe they still can't get or even know how to apply for a grant or a loan. And that's one thing that we do help people with. So we're here to help you in every facet. So I think that's one reason why me and Geneva started B&B Consults, was really to try to improve our, and by our, I mean our Black community in Milwaukee. I think the biggest thing is that people are so worried about what the next person has and so worried about if the next person is going to get ahead that they're blocking their own blessings, as my mom will always say.
One thing I can say and piggyback off, since I have encountered both of you guys in the beginning of the year and sat down and talked to you guys about my business, Raise Resources, you guys have been there step by step from the beginning to the end, and also being able to give me the proper tools that I need and resources, because some of the stuff that I felt that I wanted to do, Miss Brittney and Miss Geneva tweaked it So it's something that is applicable for what's going on right here in society. It's either from me starting my EIN, my LLC, for my business account, from building my business credit, making sure that I'm always on time, prompt. It's just the little things that matters the most when having a business, that I feel like here in Milwaukee that we should all get together, like I said, and have a course
Absolutely
planned out and mapped out so we can all be on the same page as one, so everyone's business could be successful.
Yep. And if you need help with your business being successful, contact us on our Facebook at B&B Consults, or our Instagram, or any of our personal pages, because we're definitely here to help you, whether you're wanting to start your business or you just have questions on how you can better your business. We help businesses with marketing. We help businesses get through some of the SBA certification for those grants and things like that if you're ready. And I'm going to stress if you're ready, because one thing about our Black community that I can say, and I'm sure Geneva can attest to as well, is we get a lot of phone calls in regards to people wanting to do things that they're not quite ready for yet.
Right.
You got to know that there's a time and a place for these things. So, we'll get you there, as you know.
That was one of my next questions. What piece of advice would you give to people who want to become entrepreneurs? Because everybody wants to become an entrepreneur. Nobody wants to work forever for someone else and build their dream.
I think I'm going to speak to this because I've been an entrepreneur for quite some time now. A lot of people just see the success, but they don't see what it took. The steps, the struggle to get there. They don't see you waking up at 3 a.m. and writing in your notebook, things that you have to do at 6. They don't see, you sitting there countless hours making phone calls and making sure that you have things aligned. The only thing that they see are results, right? Which of course we all want the results. And when you see the results, you have success, but it's those steps along the way, whether they're small or big, you have to take them, right?
Yes.
And so if you're a person that is easily if you're discouraged like right away, I would say it's not for you. There are going to be moments probably a lot more than none, where you're uncomfortable and you're like, oh my God, do I have it? Do I have it? Do I have it? Do I have it? Should I keep going or should I stop? Right. But if you are really a go-getter and you really want it and you know what, I got this, because you have to learn how to invest in yourself. And I think that's the scariest thing for a lot of people. And that's the reason why there aren't as many entrepreneurs, if you will, is because of the fact that they feel like they don't have the it factor to take that time and invest. Oh, I'm not going to pay $130 for this. Why not? Or I'm not going to spend those hours on this. If you clock in on somebody's clock, you're at their mercy.
Yes.
And so what that means, especially in the state of Wisconsin, you're disposable, and they're an at will, right? So that means that they can fire you tomorrow
and hire somebody
else to replace you. And so with at least for yourself, and if you invest on yourself, you, right, determine your success. And so my saying is the sky is not the limit. Everybody say, oh, the sky. No, that's not the limit for me, but that's me. You know what I mean? And so you just either you got it or you don't.
I agree.
I guess the biggest thing that I would say in business is you have to be willing to take the risk. And I think that's one thing that you learn. I have a degree in business. That's the first thing that you learn is that the biggest thing about business is risk. If you're afraid of risk, being an entrepreneur probably is not going to be for you because I think every day me and Geneva wake up scared. And we have money that we know are coming to the door. But as our goals get bigger and bigger in regards to what we want to do, it definitely is a scary situation. If you're hitting your goals and you're attaining them properly in a business aspect, you should always be wanting more.
Yes.
You should always be looking for what's the next step? How can I expand my brand? How can I expand my business? And when Geneva talks about those hours, I was just having an argument with my family members last night about the hours that I put in for work. As they think, if you were to ask my husband, my children, they think it's absurd the amount of hours that I'm working. But
Miss Brittney, come on now. You be on the go. You listen. You
I
be
do.
out here hustling, Miss B. If you not on Facebook, going live at 4:54 in the morning, y'all. Now remind you, I get up at almost 5 o'clock in the morning every morning. And when I log on, I see Miss B got her hat on. She is trapping in the dark. Talking about she just got in from doing an event.
Yeah.
So yes, Miss B,
Yes.
you do be.
I
be
do, but
pushing
my
it.
thing is that, and one thing that I love about Keller, which is who the real estate agency that I'm with, we have a meeting Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I'm in a room with millionaires.
Okay.
And when I'm talking about millionaires, I'm talking about millionaires. I'm talking about these people are saying like they made, I was telling my husband, this person said they made 25 million last year. And I'm on a phone call with these. I'm like, and I'm impressed. I want to know like how we're doing this. What's the mindset? Let me
Network.
I think I put one post up on my page. My mentor said he's a millionaire. He said, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. And that moved me so much. I don't know if y'all heard that. Let me say that for you guys again. How do you eat an elephant is one bite at a time. So we're talking about how am I going to become a millionaire? Yeah, that's going to require me working nonstop. That is what that requires. And if you talk to most business owners, they're not getting much sleep, especially if your business is really in the baby phases. Like I think with all of our businesses,
I'm in the baby phase, y'all.
She's definitely in the baby phase.
Oh yeah, she's
We're like in the toddler phase.
Right.
Anybody that's a parent knows that when you're in the toddler phase, you're still not getting sleep. You got the kids that get the stomach ache, might throw up in the middle of the night. You don't know what might happen.
Exactly.
I be getting tagged for spam because I am posting my flyer on Fox 6 News on all that stuff.
And
I just be like, y'all gonna see me.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna, because I'm coming. I'm hungry. I'm
have
very,
to.
very
And I
hungry.
love
But that's
that
the way
about
that you
you.
have to. And
And
then I mean, tag them.
Yeah.
Tag
I'm tagging everybody.
tag
Everybody.
Biden, tag
Yes.
everybody.
As you
Heck,
should.
why not? You know, you got to get it out there. So that's the way to do it.
Tell us 3 things that you feel or need that people need to become successful in their journey of entrepreneurship. What are the top 3 things that you feel each they need?
Well, first of all, you have to be knowledgeable, right? And we don't know it all. So with that being said, I personally think that we are very successful. I mean, I have a consultant too that I work with, you know what I mean? And we're consults, right? So it's always great to have, just a wealth of people that can support you in those ways, especially on a professional level. So that's number one, right? That's definitely important to make sure that you have someone that can help you set those goals along the way. So that, that's one.
I do believe you guys did help me with that step by step. It wasn't just rushing to.
Absolutely.
First, I had to, y'all listen. I had homework, y'all. What I mean, I had homework. We had meetings once a week, and I had homework. I had to do a pitch. I had to tell them what my mission statement was, why I wanted to raise resources, and what I was going to do to make sure that my business was successful.
And let's just stop her right there and explain, because we're going to give you guys some free information since we're here. Okay. So for people that are tuning in, we typically charge for this. But since we're here right now, we're giving you this free information. So the reason why Sensei had that homework to ask her all these questions: what is your mission statement? What do you want to do? What are your goals that you want to attain within the first 5 years? Where do you see yourself? Is because you have to have passion. And that's one thing that I was going to say as number one for me, is that I think we turn businesses down all the time if we don't think that people have the passion for it. Because my thing is, my brain could think of a business every hour, legitimately. I see needs for businesses everywhere, depending on what you tell. And like when Spencer Ray came to me, she told me, I think on your paper, you said like, I want to be like Manpower. That's what I remember. She said, I want to be like Manpower.
She did.
And I took from that, you wanted to be like Manpower, finding you a niche and targeting in on that niche and helping her make that niche profitable. Wouldn't you say?
Yes.
And that's what we do. But if Sensei Ray didn't have the actual passion for this,
right,
it doesn't matter how good of a business we build for you,
Mhm.
it's not going to be successful.
Mhm.
Because if you're not tagging Fox 6, as she says,
I'm on
and-
a page. They be
Right.
arguing. I'm
And-
smacking my logo.
right,
Contact us today.
at
Right.
whatever time, you're
Mhm.
not going to get that. We can't do
Right.
that for you.
Okay.
So passion is one thing that has to come from within inside of you.
Mhm.
If I don't see that you have passion, unfortunately, I don't have the time to work with you.
Mhm.
Miss Brittney, I've always I've been around so many people. I know a lot of dope people. You know, I know a lot of people that don't have businesses. I know a lot of people that do have businesses. And I always felt like I didn't fit in because everybody had something and I didn't. So this is like the first, I'm gonna start crying, but this is like the first thing
Do
that
not
I
start
did.
crying,
No,
Censor.
I'm
Oh my
serious.
gosh.
because I feel like I'm proud of myself.
I'm proud of you too.
You know,
Yeah, you should be proud.
So
Yeah, let me
thank
know.
y'all for that because
Mhm.
I know a
Mhm.
lot of people that do different things. If
Mhm.
I see you selling hair, I'm tagging somebody asking
Yeah.
they need their
Yes.
nails done. I'm tagging you hungry.
Absolutely.
I'm tagging.
Mhm.
And I think that Censor Ray,
Yeah.
people pay that forward to you.
Yes.
Because you have
definitely.
such a big following.
Mhm.
Your business is booming.
Yes,
we
it
know
is. Yeah.
You have people beating down your door on both ends, whether it's from employees to employers.
Mhm.
I would say I did that.
Thank
Hey,
you.
good
Thank you.
job
Thank you.
creating that business because it's booming. Booming.
Big time.
Censor Ray is a success story because
Yes.
our business is booming very quickly. Because when did we
Mhm.
start this?
Oh, Miss man.
We started in like
Like-
October or
we
November.
met we met at the end of the year. And
Right.
Yeah.
And your business, we got it like your business has
Yeah.
been running.
yeah.
So,
since
I mean,
the beginning.
If you guys want, if you're serious,
right.
and let them know that she pays top dollar to have us. Let's say that.
Mhm.
Because one thing about Black people and the Black community, I feel like, is that you don't want to invest in yourself.
Right.
Censor Ray has invested in herself by
Yes,
hiring
she
us.
does.
Because we don't come at a cheap ticket, unfortunately, because of the knowledge base. And because we know how much money we're going to make here.
One thing I did ask of y'all when I first started was accountability.
Yeah.
Because at times I take on a lot of stuff. Like right now, I got so much going on. Shout out to Ruffled Feathers, my team, Hustle and Hush and Hustle. We got the charity events. You know, I got you guys going on. We got our vendors and stuff. I have so many ideas, but then I stopped doing them because I'd be so distracted doing other things.
Mhm.
So I needed to find something that I was, like you said, passionate about and that I
Yes.
really, really, really wanted.
Yeah.
So when I asked y'all to hold
So
me
that
accountable,
ties.
that
See?
my tears is held up high. So I
that
know.
ties.
Yes.
It's a direct correlation. So again, that consult and passion and consult. You
And
see how that wraps?
and
then
investing
in yourself.
Because
Yeah.
my thing is that people think, this is how I think when people are talking to me about how much they want to pay for things. You're telling me you want me to build you a business that's gonna, most people, like you said, when we asked you, what do you want to do? You want to be comfortable. You want to be able to take care of your family. You want to make over $100,000 a year. So you want me to build you a business that makes you over $100,000 a year, but you want to pay us pennies.
Mhm.
That's absurd.
Mhm.
And I think that that's one thing that we have to get accustomed to in our Black community
Mhm.
is that you must invest in your business,
Mhm.
and not just saying that you have to invest in consulting, but the facilities,
Mhm.
your staff,
Mhm.
training,
Mhm.
education,
Yeah.
etiquette,
all of
these
that.
things.
All of it. If
In
you can
order for your
invest
business to be
in a
profitable.
purse, in a handbag,
Absolutely. A wig.
a full face, a lace front, a back front, or whatever, then you have the means to invest in your business, a lucrative business. But not only that, but an operating business that is legit, people.
And that's going to pay you back
exactly
10 times
Times fold.
fold.
That's the thing that really bugs
Yeah.
me. People don't want to pay to get professional help to run professionally in the right way, but they would invest in silly stuff. The Black dollar is the top
The
dollar.
biggest
We would
dollar.
literally
Absolutely.
shut down the economy if we didn't spend. So
Yeah.
the money is there. It's just that they choose not to, which is what baffles me. But
Mhm.
again, we're not going to, degrade ourselves.
We don't degrade ourselves.
No,
we walk away
we
from jobs all
walk
the
away
time.
from that all the time. If you
Same.
don't want to pay, and if you don't feel that, our service is worth your time, then you're not worth our time either.
Exactly.
And that's just how it goes.
So tell us some of the mistakes you wish that you could avoid it from, even from your first business from your second business until now, where you've seen and caught and like, you know what, maybe next time I could do it this way, or I wish I would have took the time to, look into this more, or I could have told them, I got this, and it, it didn't really at that time cross your mind.
Well, I know for me, one thing that I've learned is to plan and to stay prepared.
Yeah.
And I think that's one thing that you learn when you start a business, is that you plan for the worst and you prepare for the best. Because if you're not ready for the whole floor to drop out,
right.
and most times the floor is going to drop out.
Yeah.
As you see, the
Lord.
floor dropped out on your business this week, and you were calling me like, what is, and I'm like, yeah, we're going to have to ride this way, baby. We here now.
Yes.
We got to ride it, and we got through it.
My stomach went.
I know. I was like,
Jesus,
so we're
Lord.
not going to say what happened, but I was hurt. Like,
Oh no.
I was holding back them tears.
Listen, we all got the
and
brunt
we've
because
all
I was
been there.
Yeah,
We've all been there, and that was a learning lesson to you.
Teachable.
right.
A teachable moment.
Yes,
As I told
that's
you,
what
this
that
is
was.
a teachable moment.
Yes. for sure.
And in saying that is that now you know how to plan accordingly. And I think in any business you have those teachable moments. The real thing is realizing when it's a teachable moment and saying, okay, I'm going to change from there.
Right.
I know this made me a mistake, but let me just make sure that I don't never go down that road again.
Oh, you ain't got
right?
to worry about that.
I know.
You ain't
I'm
got
not
to
talking about you. I'm just
worry.
saying in general. In general, not just to Cincinnati, just the people across the board. Mistakes are going to happen.
Yeah.
And one thing that me and Geneva do as well is clean up mistakes. We write COVID preparedness plans for bars.
Yes.
We'll come in and handle the state for you if you don't want to talk to them. If you're having a ton of non-compliances or anything like that, we specialize in those type of things.
Yeah.
So we are here to help businesses too that are in a crunch. So that's why I say to be prepared. Be prepared as having us in your pocket. So when you know that you need us, you know who to call. As Geneva talked about having that sphere, you want to make sure your sphere is big enough that you know the right people to call on when you need the right thing.
Definitely.
I can say that because I be calling y'all, texting y'all all day. I need to know what's going on.
My husband loves you, since right.
Shout out to Mr. Blackman. I'm burning that phone down.
Burning it down.
Burn it.
That's just right.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry to interrupt. I got some
my
questions.
gosh.
I got
That's
some
okay.
questions.
I tell them since the right pays the cost to call me like that.
I got to know because
And I pick up when you call.
yes, you do. Yes, you do. So how do you guys handle adversity and doubt? Have you guys ever had to?
Absolutely. I feel like as being Black women,
Yeah.
as soon as we walk in the door, there's doubt. And to give prime example is that, even what just occurred when I just walked through here, I'm a full-on businesswoman. For you to be yelling and screaming and shouting at me like that is ridiculous. But that's how Black women are treated. If it was a man in here, they would never be treated as such. Women are treated automatically differently. The respect level is much different when you're a Black woman. Instead of giving me the respect of a boss, you give me the respect as a sexy woman. We take it. I know how to deal with it because, as I said, I deal with it every day. And I shut it down because I am a boss. That's the difference. I'm a real boss. All that howling and screaming doesn't mean anything to me because I know my mouth gets to running. You're going to understand that, what I'm really here for. But I think being a Black woman and we're young, beautiful Black women, educated.
Yes.
We're always taken for granted. We were in a meeting yesterday when we dropped the number, their mouth dropped.
Yeah.
And we said,
Literally.
well, you know what? Get back to us.
Yeah, this isn't charity. You're going to pay. If you want quality work, you're going to have to pay
people
for
think
it.
when you're getting a young Black woman that maybe she's not as educated on what the cost of this should be.
It's a proven fact that African
women are smarter.
But it's a proven fact that we are the most educated group in the United States, period.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean by we're smarter, and not just on the education level,
Right.
but I'm talking about from what we've come from. Because
Absolutely.
Black women always have a story to tell and have always been through. I can tell you, and I'm not saying that any other race doesn't have that same story to tell. But if we talk about our ancestors, and I think I just said this last night, who were in cotton fields, picking cotton, having babies, going back to work the next day, the Black woman is built strong.
Absolutely.
And we're built to deal with that adversity. So we absolutely deal with that every day. And I think people don't even realize. I think you were even shocked when I just brought that up. Like that is a form of, all type of disrespect and discrimination. But I'm okay with it because I'm used to it. And that's sad to say that we have to be used to it as Black women. But as a Black businesswoman, you got to get that tough skin. And you got to be ready for anything that anybody brings to you. And you have to be able to stand on it.
That's right.
So
drop that mic. How do you come from?
Don't drop the mic.
What you say, don't
we ain't gonna drop your mic, Tone.
Not literally.
So how do you guys plan on growing your business? All of them.
Wow.
All of
Well,
them. You guys have a multitude of different
We
businesses.
do. We are booked and busy. Right?
Absolutely.
So, social media is best friend. That's the trend.
It is.
That's the only way, right? There are so many businesses. Example, yesterday when we had our meeting with someone, they were saying how they did not have any social media
And
pages.
we were shocked.
This
is a major.
I love my social media.
This is a
I know they're probably tired of me, but I love my social media, my
media,
following.
Right.
That is
but
key.
when we say this is a major government building that we're talking. We're like, I'm sorry,
you're like, what? You guys
don't have a social media?
but they don't.
How is that possible? This program that they're offering, I think I called you about it. Remember,
so are they afraid of what it
No.
attracts, or what
they just
don't
haven't come into
They haven't come
times.
into time.
They're outdated.
They've been around
and a
for
lot
how
of
long?
business.
18 years?
Yeah, I think that program's been running for 18 years.
So so is it more of a is it more of a word of mouth of how they get their clients?
First it's a neighborhood establishment. So
Okay.
essentially, because they're kind of the heart of their area,
Right.
Okay.
People come
there
anyway.
because
Okay.
they have so many resources.
But
So
I do feel like their resources are extremely untapped. And we haven't gotten this contract
and that's
yet.
because
That's why we're not saying
they're
any
not
names.
connected
Exactly.
with social media.
But and besides that, though, even the business hub.
I know.
They're not even. I feel like personally, and we pointed that out in our meeting yesterday. That, and even after that, I called you.
Yes, we had.
And I said, I had a deep conversation on how I wanted you to talk to her on Monday.
That meeting will be at 11:30
Exactly.
Monday morning.
I called her and she's taking off work because when I explained to her how lucrative this could be for her own business, and I think for a lot of businesses out here, they're unaware that this benefit is even there.
Yeah.
Okay.
But again, it's all about how you put it out there. I don't think that, that again, their social media, I don't think they have any social media.
They don't.
And from how they are communicating is something like snail mail
or
something.
Flyers, word of mouth. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of it. You will be surprised at how many businesses still engage with snail mail. I'm not saying that it's bad, right? Because you still have the elderly people and things like that.
Because the mail is so behind.
Well, Brittney.
The mail is like 2 weeks behind.
All right, it is. So we're not gonna.
I get that. Anything, email it.
So right. But you still got to realize that Mary and Sue, they still read their mail. So you just have to be able to think on levels, right?
And communicate with everybody. They're known in the community, and that's how they've been surviving.
They are, but then again,
I don't think many people know about this program
because they're not communicating.
And I'm going to say that, and I'm going to agree with that because when it was addressed to me,
you didn't even get it like that.
I'm like, I got B&B consultants. Let me give you contacts to my people because this is like something that they will handle. But then when I got the transparency back yesterday, it was like, Ray, this is for you too.
Right.
But this is X, Y, and Z. It wasn't explained to you.
And I think even when we met with her, she said that she was educated and she was surprised. Yeah. She was like, I'm very surprised to be educated. It's very few times that I have a meeting where people are educating me on things. And that's what we do. We educate people. And I think that and us saying, hey, if you really want to target a certain group, you have to target this group and how they speak.
Right.
And sometimes I feel too, and I'm just going to say this as upcoming business owner. I'm going to say that because before I did have a cleaning company.
Okay.
And I went into it with the wrong mindset. I'm going in like, okay, I can go clean this house. I can go clean this. I got a couple contracts here, but I didn't have the passion for it to keep it going. And I feel like sometimes I can reach out to people like before I, met you guys and wanted to see like, oh, this is my idea. But it was like, nobody really wanted to help me, get to where I wanted to be, or it was like I was pushed to the side, or nobody, it was just extra stuff, or they giving you false information. It was like, why are you withholding that from me? Like, it's me. Like, we
and that's the sad part. I don't know.
And I be so skeptical to tell people what my ideas are, because I'm like, they probably don't take me serious, or are their intentions pure? Are they gonna be like, man, Ray ain't finna do this. I ain't finna waste my time, So that's why I said, again, I appreciate you guys, because y'all actually took the time out to pick my brain, and you guys gave me the proper resources. I wish we had that more within our Black community, because there's a lot of dope people out here, y'all.
Contact us ASAP,
because we're not afraid to give you the information. As I said, I think one thing is that, again, people are afraid that if they give you the information, it's going to stop their money. But what they need to understand is there's more than enough money for all of us to have.
It's a lot of money out here. It really is. And when they say it's a lot,
people are doing different things. Just because someone's asking you a question about how you're being successful doesn't mean they're going to stop your success. That's a compliment.
Right. Absolutely.
So people think that, oh, I'm not going to tell her this, or I'm not. I tell people, my husband gets mad all the time. He said,
I'm asking questions because I need to know.
He said, you give too much information. The person talks to you if we're talking about your vendor event, for instance, and I said, I'm giving 5-minute free consultation. He said, I think 3 minutes is enough. Because 5 minutes with you is too much information. You're going to give out too much information in 5 minutes. And I'm like, my thing is that I'm always here to better. Even on my social media platforms, my husband's like, why do you tell all this information? And as we talk about love, because your husband's
coming
always,
next.
because your husband's always.
And shout out to my husband. I saw him on my live. If Mr. Carl Byrd, if you are listening, I love you. I love you. I don't know if he's still on or not.
Right. But your husband is always in your ear about everything. And my husband's like, I don't think that you should tell people everything that you're doing and this, that, and the third, because people may not perceive it the way that you perceive it. And I tell him, I don't care how people, like, I'm not putting it out there for you to perceive it any type of way.
Right.
I'm putting it out there to give you information. I'm saying, if I can do this, you can do it too.
Yes.
Now,
absolutely.
however you take that is completely up to you. If you take that and feel like I'm bragging about it, then that's your mindset. If you take that and that motivates you to get up and do something on your own, that's what I put it out there for. And, get it. And I want to show you that it can be done.
Right.
So how do you guys incorporate your businesses, your children, your husband? Like, life is crazy because I know Jamil be at home like, listen, you doing too much, ma'am. Like, every week I got him at my vendor event. Shout out, babe. I love you. I appreciate you. He be at the door checking people, got the wine, and I just be, and I always want to include him in everything I do, because I feel like if he doesn't support me, who else will?
Right. Oh my God, that is big.
I'm behind him 100%.
My husband is my biggest fan.
Yeah, mine
when
too.
I said that,
mine too.
I wasn't even, my husband just had knee surgery, or he would probably be here. But he is awesome. I wasn't even there. And he's telling his physical therapist that I sell real estate. And he can't even walk. He's like, next time, can you leave some cards on the side of the couch so I can give them to her? I'm like, he's in the hospital while I'm having knee surgery. So my wife's a real estate agent. And then she do this, that. So like, if your husband is not your biggest fan, and
I feel like that's a problem to me.
Yeah, it is a problem. It's a big problem.
How can I not get what I deserve from you?
How are you going to give your kids what they need?
Right.
How are you going to do everything if you guys aren't a team?
Right.
And I think Geneva can attest this too, because her husband, my husband works for a major company, whereas Geneva and her husband are both entrepreneurs. And that's a very different, right? Yeah. Because they're both constantly being pulled in two different directions. They have to make a schedule on who's going to pick up the kids.
Yep.
Like the other day, we had a meeting outside the kids' school in the car.
Literally.
Because literally, that's where we had to meet at. Listen, she got to pick her kids up. We meet wherever we got to meet.
That's
Let's go. Pour a lap side out.
Literally.
And we're in the car working. The kids are mad.
Like 30
how
minutes.
much longer we got to sit outside of school? Like, well, we 30 minutes into this meeting now. So.
Yeah, that's the life. And seriously, that's what we had to do. Meanwhile, I get a text from him like, hey, did you get the kids? I'm like, yeah, I got the kids. Of course, they're in the back seat watching this meeting right now.
Right.
But that's just life, and that's just how we roll. But
And we're
that's
building
very
baby
important.
bosses. Let's just say
Correct.
that. Because me and Geneva both have 1-year-olds.
Yes,
and
we
these
do.
little 1-year-old boys that we have will run the world. Y'all
Oh,
better
you
remember
already
the
know
name Saint and Genesis.
Right.
Because
Oh my
those
goodness,
two,
yeah.
listen, they're watching this. Not
They
to
are
say that my
watching.
daughter and our older children
Yes.
won't be bosses in their own
Oh,
regard.
they are.
But these little babies
Oh, yeah.
that they have seen us literally get it from the mud from the time they've been like born.
From
From
conception.
we've been on this.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah.
they've seen us and are
Yes.
watching us create something that is great.
Right.
So to say how I balance it, I know that I have an excellent support system when it comes from my husband to my stepchildren to my nanny to I have a lot of people that help me in my life. My sister, everybody.
It takes a village.
It takes a village.
I do
And that
agree with that. I
village.
feel the people
Yeah.
around you, you
Yeah.
pour into those that pour back into
Absolutely.
you too. Because once you get that energy, that
Mhm.
positive energy that
Yes.
motivates you, you're gonna want more
Yes.
because you're gonna want more for them too. And they're gonna see
Absolutely.
you, and they're gonna want
Yes.
more for themselves.
And
So
they're
I,
going to
be-
be proud of
I
you.
do believe the people that are around you can make or break you.
Absolutely.
And you got to know when you have the wrong people
Yeah.
Right.
around you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because no one should demotivate you.
Right.
Like, and that's why I say if your husband's not your biggest fan,
Mhm.
then I would say there's a problem there.
And
Oh,
I even go with that too with friendships. I got some
yeah.
dope women behind me. I love
yeah.
my
Yeah.
team.
Yeah. We were just talking about love.
They tagging, they sharing.
Yes.
Me and
Like,
Geneva love each other like
that's
we
so
can be married.
that's
Like,
so important to me because
yeah,
if I see you
absolutely.
excelling, I'm gonna be right there on the side of you.
That's
Say you want a
right.
hot dog, you need ketchup,
Listen,
relish,
I
what you want.
repost so many beautiful women's
Yes.
things, and I just feel like there's so many dope Black women out here
Yes.
that are doing their thing. And I say thing because then I put that twang on it
Right.
because
There we go.
as Black women, we do so much. It's just not that thing
Right.
because we do so many things. You got
That's
to
right.
elongate it out because
That's right.
9 times out of 10, you're working a regular job.
Mhm.
You're running your own
That's
entrepreneurship.
right.
You're running your household.
Yeah.
You're running your bank account.
That's right.
You're running these bill collectors.
Mhm.
You run it. It's
A
so
lot
many
that's
things
in the background.
that's in the background that people
Right.
don't even realize
About
that
to
they're
break
juggling.
down.
Listen,
Right.
and most Black
They
women
can't
are doing
handle
it.
it.
Listen, but they're doing it without breaking down.
Right.
Let's give our Black women power.
Yes.
That's
because
right.
the thing is that a lot of times I hear women cut themselves down. And it's like,
Mhm.
are
Like,
you kidding me?
Yeah.
do you know what you're doing?
Mhm.
Let's stop here. I had to do this to Geneva, and I'm gonna bring this up. Sorry, partner, but I have to bring this moment up because we were on the. She don't even remember, but we were on the
Come on,
phone with
what
one
you
of our
talking about?
clients, and Geneva got so emotional because Geneva just bought this gorgeous house in Menominee Falls. Yes, I am bragging. For my partner. Yes, gorgeous house in Menominee Falls, and she's in the midst of selling her home as well. And we have multiple contracts that we're bidding for.
Mhm.
We have a ton of clients. She has a nonprofit organization,
Little Bakers
Little Bakers
Association.
Association.
My baby was a part of
Absolutely.
that, and they love that. They
Absolutely.
love that. When it's
Yes.
Geneva.
So she has a ton going on, and we're talking to a client about postpartum depression. And Geneva, I don't even think she realized. I said, Geneva's going through postpartum right now. Remember I said that?
Mhm.
And because we talk probably 100 times a day. And Geneva's
Mhm.
like, what you mean I ain't going through postpartum? I said, yes, you are. And you don't even realize it.
Mhm.
I said, because right now you are going crazy. She was going crazy. She's going crazy because there's stuff everywhere. Geneva is very anal. She can't deal with the fact that her house is like
Man.
in boxes everywhere.
Listen.
There's kids
Yeah.
running around. She has
Yeah.
a million things going. I'm like, listen,
Mhm.
stop, take a minute.
Yeah, she did. She said,
And
take 10
breathe.
minutes
Okay.
and you need to meditate and
Lock
breathe.
them kids out.
Yeah.
Get your mind together
Right.
and come back.
Yeah.
Because she's like, I just feel like I'm doing everything wrong. And I'm like, girl, is you kidding me? You sold a house, you bought a house, you running 3 businesses, you have how many children? Including the stepkids?
7.
7? I'm like 6, 7?
Mhm.
7 children.
Mhm.
Okay.
No, he's a-
Right. Multiple businesses.
He always shocking you.
Right.
Right. But I'm
Holy
just saying,
kid.
like, I think that as
Mhm.
women, we take that lightly.
Yeah.
And we say we've been doing this every day, all day. So what's the difference? But you can get tired
Yeah.
and you can
do.
become overwhelmed. And she
Right.
broke out into tears.
Yeah, I
And
did.
she literally broke down into tears. And she was like, Brittney, you are so right.
Mhm.
I said, you absolutely are. And we have 1-year-olds and we can still bout postpartum, just so
Yeah.
people know.
All the
So
way
what
up
do
to
you
2.
guys do when it's time to when it's just you? Like, You know what I'm saying? If it's just okay today,
Listen,
I'm just gonna
let me
focus
tell you.
on me. What do y'all do?
You know
What y'all
what?
recommend?
It ain't no that I'm focused on me. I can't say that.
You know what? I can. I did it today. My little self took myself out on a date to BW3's this afternoon while I was getting 4 phone calls from the kids that I politely ignored while I was eating my boneless chicken wings today. Listen, self-care is everything. Whether it's taking yourself to eat or hiding in the bathroom for 10 minutes.
My self-care is shopping at Target.
You know, okay, there you go.
Hey, that's my self-care.
Anything,
and I online shop and go
right?
pick it up quietly
Right,
so
there
my
you
husband doesn't know.
Right.
I haven't been gone that long.
Shoot.
I haven't been gone that
Right. Look, then you get that call when you trying to get the bag in, like, right? But self-care is everything, and that ties in too. I mean, we got so much
get
going
very
on.
overwhelming at times when you constantly on the go, and then when you finally just have that chance to just that woosah moment.
Just that.
You just
And even if it's just a moment, because most times it is just a moment. If you're, for me, I can't say that I've had that even this week because I've been so busy. But
we're gonna need you to pump it down for a minute, Miss B.
For a second.
I will after these events that I have coming up. And the things that we have to get done, we will tone it down a little bit. But my thing is that for me though, and I tell this to my stepdaughter who's sitting over here. She's
hey girl.
That's Taryn that I keep looking at over there. She's her and Hazel. I talk to them 24/7, and my sister Brianna. They all know that my ultimate goal here is to attain X amount of dollars. And personally, I can't sleep until that occurs. So for me, that is my peace. Like me knowing that I'm making deals and securing things for my family, that makes me happy. For other people, they may have their BW3s. They may have their pedicures. They may have their whatever. For me, I honestly feel so good. And I call people, i.e. Taryn. Guess what? We just locked in another deal. Or and that for me is the reward in all my work. When I see that we taking home these bags, because I did just quit my corporate job that I have been at for 7 years. And I don't know that anyone that works in corporate America, I was making over.
I'm still in corporate.
Right, in corporate America.
I
was making over $120,000 a year. So to quit that job, and everybody that knows me knew that took a big leap. So for me to do that, but then until see my own businesses making enough money for more than. I feel good, and you feel good, and so for me, that's enough. That's my reward in all of this, is when I can sit back and say, "Yep, I can pay these bills."
So that was another question I wanted to ask you guys, because I'm just gonna speak for myself. There's a lot of people that are still, they either going to school, they're still working their 9 to 5, and they still hustling for their business. And so, when is a good time to be like, you know what? When am I going to stop? When I'm going to just focus on my...
When you're ready. Because me and Geneva both ran our businesses and worked in corporate America for forever. Geneva physically got sick and tired of them and decided to, like, she was physically sick. Like, nope, I can't do this no more.
I literally wasn't. I felt like I was getting up going to a funeral.
That's what she said. Every day
I would say that. I'm going to a funeral. I'm going to a funeral. I'm going to... Like, I couldn't... So, my dad's wife, she was like, when are you going to stop? She would say, when are you going to stop playing double dutch? Okay. She said, that's how she would explain. She's like, every time you walk in there. And so every time I sat at my desk, I'm like, I can just hear her, like, stop playing double dutch. Jump in. You
That's
know?
how I feel.
So I was like, I got to get out of here.
On a daily. Some days, you know, I love my job. I work in banking. You know, I love my customers. You know, I know a lot of things now when it comes to home equity lines of credit. So somebody asks me a question, I can bust it down real easy.
Right.
But then I'll be like, okay, I'm at work, my phone going off. You know, I need a candidate, or are you hiring? And I'll be like, okay, Ray, listen. So I talk to my main thing, and I'm like, hey, babe, when can I you know,
And that's
stop
important.
off.
That's
And he
important.
like,
You have to have your husband on board.
yeah,
That's
oh
it.
yeah, I can't do
And
nothing without
definitely.
Jamil.
Oh,
you know?
yeah, for sure.
And I don't mean that like, you know, I'm
No,
No, but
it
it has to-
but I
consulting
like
him
he
that-
is
yeah.
like I need to
Absolutely. I don't make a move without my
yeah,
husband.
no, I'm gonna ask him.
That's very
And he
important.
like, we'll sit down and talk. You know, we talked. He like, you know, make sure we got X amount of Z in the bank, so you know we able to
Right.
go back and do it. Because I don't ever want you to feel like
Right.
you know you failing because you're trying to succeed.
Mhm.
So I just been taking it day by day, but I feel like every day I be trying to go harder and harder because I know this corporate. I can always go back to work,
Right.
but I know with me putting my full fledged into Raise Resources LLC, that's me.
Right.
This is what I'm trying to do for not only for me but for my babies because I want them to not have to work. You know, I want them to have what you know what I want eventually.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
So
Mhm.
I mean, for me, the reason why I left is because my mom died. So sometimes it takes for everything to go awry for you to make that decision.
Okay.
Mhm.
I think it's completely up to you what is going to be your trigger.
Mhm.
I wasn't willing to walk away from that amount of dollars.
Thank
I just
you.
wasn't. And I'm going to be perfectly honest. I wasn't.
Okay.
And Geneva knows it. And Geneva kept telling me I was ready.
Mhm.
And what occurred was after my mom died, people were calling me like crazy.
Mhm.
Geneva kept blowing me up, kept blowing me up. And I said, oh, fine, let me see
Let
what she
me
wants.
pick this file.
Because I knew I love Geneva, and I knew she was only calling me out of genuine concern and care, but I really didn't want to talk to people. And that's just the facts. When your
You
parent
can only
died,
go through
you
how
don't
are you
wanna-
doing, right?
yeah.
So much.
you don't really want to talk to anybody. You're not in that mood. But when Geneva called me, she called me on business.
Okay.
And it was crazy.
Always.
Look,
Miss Geneva don't be playing no games. She like, I got a text from her one morning. Y'all, I had messed up again. She like, call me now. We need to know what's going on. Like,
Right.
She's
right
like-
now.
right. She's like, I want you to come sit at my house. I got a couple of things. And
Mhm.
I come to her house, and I think you were beginning to work on that COVID plan. And I was like, oh, she's like, I don't even know how to begin with this thing. And I was like, let me see what you're doing, girl.
mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, this is easy. We're just gonna do blah blah blah.
Mhm.
And so in that time frame, I think at that table, didn't we?
Mhm. Yeah.
Like out of nowhere, we just opened our business.
Literally.
Like literally, I cash checked her.
Okay.
Mhm.
We had no plan that this was gonna occur.
Nothing.
Nothing. We just came. She was like, I want to. She told me, and let me tell you about this little girl right here, because I'm gonna tell you about yourself.
Go ahead.
She tells me we're gonna go into real estate together.
Yeah. So I am in real estate as
Geneva's in real
I am.
estate.
I'm already in. But go ahead and keep on going.
She said we're gonna go into real estate. She's working for whatever. So we're gonna do us. We have all these plans of things we're gonna do. So I'm
Then
like,
we
okay.
come up with a business.
We come up with a business. So she called me.
So
over.
is this how B&B consultants?
Yeah,
came
this
to-
is how
to-
Yeah, because
to
we
the
were
whole-
supposed to
Okay.
talk about real
We were
estate, but
supposed
then
to
it
be talking
turned
about real
into
estate,
Okay.
but then someone called with this COVID
yes.
plan.
So
She had no
yes.
idea what she was doing. I have, I ran daycare centers. It's very similar. It's the
Mhm.
state coming out and you have to address the concerns. I mean,
Mhm.
it's just nothing major.
right.
So I'm like, let me see it, Geneva. And so
Mhm.
I look at it. And then we just start
So
going
we
at it
just
together.
tailored it.
And I'm talking to her and she's typing. And this is literally how we do. I'm like, yep, Geneva said this is not G.
That's Miss Geneva.
Mhm. Mhm.
Going 20 miles per minute on the
Yeah.
typewriter. Or I'm on the typewriter on the computer. And then Geneva said, why don't we just open a consulting company? Let's just do it.
Mhm.
I wasn't even on this. My mama had just died. I'm like, girl, bye.
Mhm.
I mean, and it literally, that was day one.
Yeah.
Day two, she said, we got another bar that need us. I'm like, what? How are these people
Like,
finding
what?
us? How do they know about us?
Yep.
And it literally
Took off.
took off.
Like
and
that.
I know because I made a status. Listen, I'm just at home. I'm like, I'm gonna get my mind going
And what
crazy. I've
happened?
been talking about Raise Resources
Mhm.
to my family forever. I put the status up like, hey, who help you with your business stuff?
Bing, bing,
Mr.
bing.
Diva, hop right on. Call me, Ray. Call me,
She
Ray.
be on it.
I'm like, I'm about to call
She
you. And I
keep
had a lot of
our
people.
calendar tight.
I had a lot
Listen.
of people reach out,
Right.
but it's different when you already have a relationship
Mhm.
with someone and it's something that is prospering, not with someone. Okay, yeah, I can help you, but what's your
Mhm.
intention? So me and
Right.
Miss Geneva already have built a relationship because my children
Mhm.
attend Little Baker Association, and when I mean they love Miss Geneva,
Oh,
but we had some fruit pies, we
Mhm.
had all type of stuff for my baby.
My daughter
cooking.
cut
Listen.
her ribbon, and she
Yes.
has said that she's cutting the ribbon to her new bakery. So
Yes.
I
Hey,
know
she
about the
ain't
little
wrong.
bakery children.
And to this day, since Miss Geneva has been a part of my life and my children's life, our youngest son, Jameer, he is 12. my baby can cook meals. Like he loves cooking now. Like today
Mhm.
before on our way here, he called. He was like, "Hey, can I make me some chocolate chip
There
muffins?"
you go.
Yes, you can. Just clean up
Yes,
after
there you
yourself.
go.
He like, go.
Right.
I'm like, save me a muffin, man.
And let's just talk about how, because people don't understand
Mhm.
how that helps your children and how
Oh
Little
my
Bakers
God.
has helped these children not only with science, math,
Yep.
Reading,
Yes.
comprehension,
comprehension,
Yes.
every camaraderie, everything.
camaraderie,
Yeah.
Yeah.
house,
Health.
Cleanness,
health,
all that.
cleanliness.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
I mean, this Little Bakers offers so much for your children.
Yes.
So as you guys, because now I'm on the team. As
Of
we,
course.
as
But
we
you know
come
what?
together.
You've been with
I've
me
always
since day
silently
one.
been with her. When
She
she had the
has.
idea, I'm the one that told her,
Yes,
like, Geneva, you should
absolutely.
do it like this, and you should have these classes.
Yes.
I've been popping out businesses before I knew
forever.
that
Before
was
she
my
knew
job
that
to
was her
do.
job.
Like, I'm at Spectrum, and she's like, yeah, Britt, I think I want to do something with the kids. And I'm
Yes.
like,
Like, why don't you do
like a baking
this?
class or something and have the
Mhm.
little kids
Yeah.
come?
Yeah.
And then she just ran with it. And
Listen.
then
That's what's
I
up.
introduced her to my mom.
Yes.
Because she wanted to do
Oh my
grants.
Okay.
And my mom falls in love with her.
Yes. of
So
course.
she
I
So
helps
know.
y'all
Vice
relationship
versa.
has been like
Listen.
Me and Geneva have
Listen.
been
What's going on?
friends
What's
for-
going on?
A1.
But when I say that, I didn't know, and I'm not even tooting my own horn, but this business that we have created, we are very good at it. We had no idea that we were going to be as good as this.
That's a
as we are.
blessing.
Yeah.
Like, it just happens to
Yeah.
be
That's a
that
blessing.
we both
And-
have such good knowledge base.
But
We
you guys
come- we're
complete
like-
each other.
we
It's like
yes,
a yin and a yang.
yes,
Like it's
yes.
crazy.
Yes,
It's crazy.
yes,
It's
and it's
So
crazy.
I
because-
see the
yeah,
dynamic.
we
with y'all, 'cause I
always
be like,
like,
here comes
here.
Miss Geneva, but then here comes Miss Brittney. Like,
Yeah.
now, boom, boom, boom. Then here you go.
Right,
So-
yeah,
You'll
and then
see
we
Geneva.
attack it from different
exactly.
angles.
Geneva's the nice
You know?
one, and then here I come.
Mhm.
Oh, listen, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. I'm gonna listen.
Uh-oh. What
Miss
you gonna-
Brittney ain't gonna play no games with you, okay? Because she gonna tell you exactly what it is, and Miss Geneva is the one. She's gonna be.
She's
yes.
gonna be nice.
She gonna rub you on your shoulder. You need to cry. She gonna be right there. But Miss Brittney,
Mhm.
listen, y'all,
Look.
be ready. I am getting
Mhm.
tough skin. I was just talking to my homegirl, Miss Tay. Shout out to Tay, my other girl on the podcast. She like, Ray, you gonna have to toughen up, man, because you too nice, man.
Mhm.
You know,
And I just told you that, didn't
yes,
I?
she like, you got a lot of people, but you got to
Yeah.
make sure you stand strong to what you believe in, so people can take you
Absolutely.
serious. So shout out to Tay for that.
Yeah.
Shout
and
out to you, Tay.
Come on, Tay.
She pushing her because I told her that
Yeah.
all the time.
Tay
She
telling
gotta
me
get
that
And
all the
don't get
time.
it twisted. I mean business too, and
Yeah.
my edges
Oh,
can
listen,
be.
Geneva means business.
I
Don't let
Oh,
it
yeah.
go.
not
Because
play.
if I got a question, Miss Geneva gonna be like, no. I told y'all she called me at almost like 6 something in the morning, y'all.
Listen.
Like, you need to call me now.
Right now. Look, when I
Listen,
say
and when I walked
she
in,
probably just had her toothbrush in the mouth, like that phone was ringing. Like, listen, what we said? Look,
Yes. X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
So when y'all go about your businesses, how do y'all build y'all team? How do y'all go about doing that to make sure that you are surrounded by
Mhm.
what's needed and not what's wanted? Because I need people to do right by me. I need people
Being
to see
selective.
that, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You have
Make
to
sure your
be
circle
selective.
is small.
Very small to
Very
the point where it's a
small.
dot. Like
Right.
that. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Everybody is not for you, and you are
Are
not for everybody. Period.
I'm learning that because
Yeah.
I'm connected to so many people.
Mhm.
I love everybody. Like, you cool with me, I'm cool with you, and I
Mhm.
feel like sometimes what you doing, that's your thing.
Mhm.
And then I'm doing my thing too. But then sometimes we can branch off
Yeah.
because you so busy,
Right.
focusing on you. But then I'm still
Mhm.
here. And it'd be hard for some relationships to grow.
And
like
that's
that because
okay.
people
Awesome, yeah.
feel like you leaving them behind, but it's not.
Mhm.
I'm not leaving you behind.
You're focused.
I have to make sure that I get me right first right
Right.
now because I got
If
so
a
much I'm
person
trying to do.
feels like you're leaving them behind, then they don't have your
drive.
true interest at heart. I.e., like my
Mhm.
daughter, Taryn. We before this started probably talked 10 times a day. Now
Okay.
I might talk to her once a week. But when we talk,
Mhm. You can
like
catch
we
up.
catch up,
Right.
and she knows like what I have going on, and she's not bothering me.
Right.
Like if your support system doesn't have the same goal and doesn't understand the same goal as you and what you're trying to get to,
Mhm.
then I would say that's when you cut them out.
That's
And I
right.
feel like I love when I love my girls, Sheena, Tay, my podcast, my cousins, my family, Lavita, and Sequoia. Like, I can call them, text them. I don't care what time. Somebody gonna respond to my craziness. They're like, Ray, you always doing something, man. Like, for real, Ray. I'll be like, yeah, but I need y'all feedback too. Like, what y'all think? They be like, yeah, that's you. You know, when I joined the podcast, man, that was the podcast. That was the dopest opportunity that I had, especially with me starting off my business.
Your business,
So again, shout out to Tay in the podcast, because we did our speed dating event. Me and Tay knew each other in passing. You know, it wasn't never nothing business wise like it is right now. But we did a dope job on the speed dating event, and she gave me that olive branch to be here today on the panel. Awesome. You know what I'm saying? To network and build and grow, not only with her, but only from, you know, with myself too, and people around me. So I think that's very important when people, you know, see you for who you are and want you to grow and
succeed. One thing that I can attest to is, and my husband's favorite line, if you're not elevating that next person, what are you there for?
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna use that. I'm think about
absolutely.
Because that is true.
Because it's like,
I don't want to be where the same place I was yesterday.
It's all about elevation. It's all about moving forward. If you
I don't ever want to be standing still.
You too, Cheryl.
You can never stand still. You know, if you're standing still, what's the point?
What's the point of it?
What is the point of it? So
and think about that in real life. If something's standing still, how is it helping?
Right.
That is true. Because it's not growing.
It's not growing.
Is your knife being sharpened?
Right.
Okay.
Like, you know, you have to constantly be feeding and flourishing your mind, your business, your body, your soul.
Right.
And if you're doing that, then you should be growing.
Yes.
And that's why I say that if, as an entrepreneur, your goals aren't constantly changing, then there's something going on in your business.
I feel like every day, you guys, when I text y'all 100 million times a day, I learn something different, because and it's so crazy because I'm a staffing agency. I'm following every staffing agency that I know.
Good.
Because I'm trying to see what they doing so I can, you know, implement that into raise resources.
You don't have to reinvent the wheel.
I want to, you know, make sure that I'm on top of.
And you want to know what your competition is.
Absolutely.
Yes. I listen. I'm liking. I'm trying to see what they bring in and what's going to stand out for raise resources.
That's right.
You know, I want to make sure that all my candidates is qualified, top tier qualified. They know I'm not sending them out unless they have X, Y, and Z. And also the business owners know, hey, I got everything together for you, so they can be permanently hired on. So that is very important to me when you say make sure, you know, your business is on top from the beginning. Because if you start off in a mess, it's going to end in a mess.
Right.
Absolutely. And now you see why you had all the homework you had.
Back to the homework, y'all. Back to this homework.
I'm serious though, because think about this. If you didn't have all these checklists and stuff that I put in place for you, where would you be?
Man, listen.
How often is you using that checklist?
Every single day, y'all.
Okay.
Because I got different candidates. I got my CBRF, I got my CNAs, I got my directors, I got my teachers. And it's everybody has different qualifications, or they on different part in their career that is not the same. So somebody may be looking for a level 12, and I got a level 4 right now. I can't send them over there, you know, but I can.
And you didn't even know that before you met us.
Again, shout out to Brittney Blackmon. But now I'm knowing the difference, because now I can also give them the resources that they need so they can succeed to be that 12.
But I'm saying, let's talk about flourishing. That's what I was bringing it back to what you brought back.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that you didn't know any of this before?
No, I did not.
You didn't know about no levels.
No.
You didn't know the different. You're still in your daycare center classes, and people don't even know that, but you're hiring them. And she's only doing that because she wants to be as well versed as possible in what she's doing. She knows how to staff, but she wants to make sure she knows what her staff is educated in. And again, that comes in preparedness. That's being prepared. That's saying, guess what? If I don't have somebody to call today, I can send myself.
Yeah.
Hey.
What time?
That's a real business owner. Because I know every day, right now, my nails are messed up for me doing stuff. Like I do stuff I do all the jobs in my business. There's not anything that I'm not willing to do.
I really think that's important too, because
Yeah.
sometimes we depend on other people to do stuff for us, and then that's how a lot of things the ball drops.
Yeah.
Because I can hire you as my accountant, but guess what? Guess what you're doing now? Because I'm not paying attention to my
You're
money.
stealing.
You're stealing from me, or you know,
There's
you're
no
not,
checks and balances.
or
No
stuff
checks
is not
and
coming back
balance.
together.
Right.
You know, so I think that's very important too to learn everything about you. But it's like I'm doing. Y'all listen. I'm doing payroll. Do y'all hear me?
And I told you could do
I'm
it.
doing payroll, y'all, and everything is, you know, getting together. I got to do my QuickBooks, but a lot of the stuff that they sent me, I'm like,
I told you
that's
it's
it?
simple.
Yeah, like, but
It's not
but
right.
if you've never done it before, you thinking like this is gonna be very overwhelming for me. But why would I pay somebody else if I can learn the
I
niche
told you.
myself?
You
know
know
what I'm
gonna let
saying?
you do it self.
So I think that's very important to know all the roles when it comes to your business. Eventually, because I am going to expand. I'm going to
and it's about expansion.
Then I will, you know, hire
Get it back.
top
But
quality.
why?
But you know what?
Why spend the extra money?
I got my daddy. He an accountant. That'd be the only man ever touching my money
But I'm saying,
besides
like, if it's your
Jamil.
dad and you're putting it back into it, but all I'm saying is that, and even for me, it is not even just because I'm worried about somebody stealing.
Right.
It's because I'm never going to be in the situation where you have me, and for a lack of a better word, asked out.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I don't know how to do such. That's craziness.
Mm-hmm.
In your own business, you should be able to play every role.
Yes. I'm seeing that now.
You know what? That reminds me of that show, Undercover Boss.
Yes.
You know?
I used to watch that with my grandma all the time.
Oh yeah, it's hilarious. But a lot of those people, when you just get so high up, right, they just forget.
They forget.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They
they're
forget.
so much of a boss.
Right. To the point
That
where
they don't
can't
have to do anything.
Right.
Like, and I seen this, and I said this because I ran multiple daycare centers. Let me tell y'all something about my mama. Oh, you gonna get in that classroom, and I don't care who you thought you was.
Right.
If I need a teacher, it's why you're certified, because you'll go before anybody else goes.
Yeah.
And I'm the top dog in here. But guess what? If I need a teacher,
You're gonna
I'm
be
going.
there.
And that's something that I learned from her. You never are too big to do the smallest job in your business.
That's right.
And people tend to forget that. People's heads get so big.
Yeah.
I would never
Right.
pour a glass. Why?
Right.
It's your glass and
Exactly.
your water.
Right.
I'll happily pour it for you and
Right.
serve it on my table
Right.
that I own.
Right.
Like, I mean, come on now.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's just factual. It's beyond where people think their head has gone or how big they've gotten that they can't do such things.
So, what do you guys think the biggest trait of being a great leader for your team? Because I feel like having a good leader in front of you helps your team to prosper for you. Because I know, and I'm just going to speak a lot of jobs here. Like, you know, I'm go back to raise resources again. Lack of training, because they don't have the right people in front of them to guide them properly when it comes to their, you know, the workforce.
Right.
So, what do you guys consider a great leader?
I think that a great leader has to have the ability to listen. And I say this because I was in corporate America and I worked directly under the VP. I was the administrative assistant for her, the executive administrative assistant. The worst thing that she did, or the thing that was her demise, is that she didn't listen and she didn't adapt well to change. She was more on dictatorship than to be, you know what I mean, to listen to what people had to say. You know, she had this mentality, oh, I'm top dog. This is my center. But the culture was a funeral.
Okay.
You know?
For me, I would say it's confidence. Confidence and accountability. Because I think those two to me weigh the heaviest when you're running and you have staff. Because for one, I don't care what happens. You have to remain confident in your business.
Yes.
Because if your staff see you falter, they all falter behind you.
I believe that.
That's right.
So if you're not confident, then your staff's not gonna, you can't lead them. Nobody's leading a wimp. No, nobody's following a wimp. I'm sorry. They're not. They're just not. Because you're gonna have somebody that's more confident than you there then. You know, and then you're not the leader.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
over.
they're gonna take over. So if you want to lead your flock, you have to be confident And you also have to be accountable. Your staff has to know that they can count on you.
Mhm.
They have to know that they're going to be paid. They have to know that they can trust you.
Mhm.
They have to know that you respect them and that you have their best interest at heart. And I say that to say, going back to working in corporate America, where people feel like you don't care about anything. And then you get nothing out of these people.
Correct.
And then that's when you have a major issue on your hands.
I'm gonna say I personally felt like that at a job before. Like you give your all, but you don't have. I'm gonna say the boss. That's gonna be there to uplift you and make sure that you succeed. And it's like what I'm here for. Or you come to work like I don't want to be here today, or you at work looking at another job.
Right.
So it'd be like,
yes.
I need to be somewhere. This is, what I was thinking prior to raise resources, but I want to be somewhere where I'm appreciated, where it shows, where I'm like, okay, Ray, I see the potential in you. Let's try to do this, or let's move you to this area because I see right now you're not doing too good here, but I know you're going to succeed over here. Instead of pushing me to the side and be like, oh, I got somebody else to do it. Or, I feel like it's a lot of people that don't support their own team because they so busy at looking at everything else, or they're worried about themselves.
Yeah, absolutely.
Selfish ways. Yes.
Very selfish.
Selfish ways.
You can't fly with the eagles if you're running with turkeys.
Yes. Oh, Miss Geneva, all these quotes you giving us tonight.
I told y'all we was gonna be dropping some jewels. I said it. No, but I mean, at the end of the day, the reality of the situation is you have to believe in yourself. And that's it. If you want to be a good leader, you lead by example. If you believe in yourself, you're leading by example. If you work in corporate America, or if you work for somebody else, as my cousin told me, and I think this was probably the smartest thing I had heard right after my mom. This was the day we buried my mom. She said this to me because I was like, oh my gosh, you're doing so good. She quit her job as a teacher. She's a bomb teacher. She doesn't live here. She lives in Mississippi. Quit her job. She started doing the home renovation. And when I tell you this girl has been doing these, they look like HGTV homes. Like she's good at this. That's
dope.
She's so dope at it. Her name is Jessica Jackson. I love her. Love you, cousin. But she said to me, if what I did was I put 8 hours into myself, what I was giving that job. And ever since I did that, the money hasn't stopped. So I say that to say, give your own business, if you're a small business, the same energy that you give these others.
8, 9 to 5, right? Or whatever.
It's 9 to 5. And if you do that, see where you come out, because I can assure you that you're going to be 100% better than where you were before.
That's right.
I do believe that. I'm trying every day. I do my 9 to 5, but on my lunch break, I'm going at it more and more because
take that time.
I'm hungry, y'all.
Yes.
When I mean I'm hungry, I'm so hungry.
Every lunch break prior to me leaving, what was I doing? Journaling.
Past lunch break. What was I doing at my desk?
Oh yeah,
during my working hours.
Look, but it's.
I mean, it is. But I was able to do both. But I did a good job, and I could do another job. Bottom line, you have to do what you have to do until you're ready.
That's right.
But I'm saying also, and that's why I put what I put on my page. If you do jump off the ledge, which I did, have faith in yourself.
That's right.
Don't walk in, as my mom always would say, you don't walk in fear. You walk in faith.
That's right.
I'm learning that too.
And that is just the best thing I can say about owning your own business and being your own entrepreneur. If you're really gonna do this, you cannot worry about falling.
See, I check myself every day because I be, I'm like, damn, they see me out here doing XYZ. Y'all don't like, y'all don't share, and they used to, used to get to be, then I'll be like, you know what? I read a post today and it was something similar saying, don't worry about who ain't following and support you. Because at the end of the day, who's supposed to be for you will be right there at that winning circle.
And those same people, by the way, that are not sharing and not doing this,
those
are
are
still
the main
watching
ones. I was going to say, those are the main ones
that are watching it.
And they can tell you every flyer you didn't post it, but they quote, I'm not on Facebook. Oh, yes, you are. You're watching.
And I'm like, because I share and like everybody's stuff.
I know.
And I'll be like, dang, I can't. That's why I be on Fox 6 spamming them. But, it is what it is. Y'all gonna see me, and I told them like, y'all, I'm coming. You know what I'm saying?
But I actually think a lot of people share your stuff sincerely.
Yeah.
But I feel like the people that
you want.
Right, that
Yeah.
you
I'll
want,
be like, dang,
or that
like,
you would
I
think.
got
But
you.
you
Yeah.
know what? As an entrepreneur and as a business, the
Mhm.
ones that you think,
Yeah.
those aren't.
I see that
Those are
every
not.
day.
I mean,
They may not be
even
your people.
listen, when I started Little Bakers,
Uh-huh.
the first people who I wanted to, have their kids involved was my family.
Right.
I'm trying to count how many family members I've had enroll their children. And I've worked with literally hundreds of kids. When I say I work with Boys and Girls Club, Milwaukee Recreation, West Allis Recreation, and a host of other community organizations. I mean, over 10 community organizations. I'm waiting on my family besides my children. You know what I mean? So
I think that's
I'm
so
saying that
important
to
me.
say, and then I've had the ones. I'm gonna sign up. I mean, no,
Awesome.
you're not coming in for free because this is a business.
Right.
You know what I mean? So if that's
And
what
that's
you
the
thought,
thing you gotta
right? So if
determine.
that's what you thought, I'm not going because your children are going to take up the materials, and I'm paying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have to cover
my
that
time
cost.
and labor.
My time and labor, and then just think of the benefits. But again, it be those people, right? Your own family that you have to leave out, and it's nothing personal. But and those are the same ones in turn that want you to support. But again, the people that are supposed to be there will be there. I have a huge following for Little Bakers Association.
Yes, you do. You got us.
You know what I mean? Absolutely.
We appreciate
and
that.
again, just the community. I mean, not the communication. The relationships that I've built on my own, making calls. When I quit Spectrum, I was like, you know what? I'm calling Boys and Girls Club. That's a big one that I wanted to get in.
Okay.
I made the call. Hi, my name is Geneva. I own Little Bakers Association. It's I broke the program down. I sent the link from when I was on Fox 6. She missed it. When I was on Fox 6 to the lady, and then she was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to get you. This is great. I'm going to get you in. So I got in.
That's
and I'm signing up. Absolutely. And I'm not stopping. I'm not letting my little cousin discourage me because their kids didn't sign up. No, I'm moving on.
Y'all hear that, right?
You had
Keep
your
going.
opportunity. I'm still going, and I would
And
welcome them with open arms. I'll still
take them in the new program.
In the new
Just so
program,
you
just so you know, I'm not
She's
saying that I'm not, but I'm saying.
Don't take
But
that
what
the wrong
I'm
way,
saying
but one
is,
monkey doesn't stop the show.
one
is
monkey
what
does
she's
not stop my show or anybody's show for that matter. Business is business, and business go on, and you have to learn to, put your feelings aside and make the best moves for yourself. Oh,
as y'all see, I was crying earlier,
but
but
you know
whatever
what?
you are.
No, it's all good. You know what? And stop that even, right? Because it's okay to cry.
Okay.
We have this thing where we're supposed to be
So
tough and rough. Let it out. That's our problem, right? Yeah.
So I want y'all
Mm-hmm.
to let everybody know how they can get in contact with y'all.
Absolutely.
Y'all pages, y'all smoke signals, y'all Instagram, y'all whatever, Facebook. We're gonna ping y'all information in so you guys can contact them in the near future, if not tonight, tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
But we do have our Hush and Hustle charity event tomorrow.
And we will be in the building. B&B Consults will be in the building, and I will be giving free. Geneva has a prior engagement, so she won't be there, but I will be there representing the team.
Yes.
And I'll be giving 5-minute free business consultations. And if from there you want to book an appointment, I will be forwarding your information to Geneva, and she will get you on our calendar.
Yes.
So for B&B Consults, you can get in contact with us on our Facebook page, which is B&B Consults, or you could contact me or Geneva directly. My name again is Brittney Blackmon, and then you have Geneva Byrd. For Blackmon events, we will also be in the building tomorrow for the vendor event. And if you'd like to contact us for your event planning needs, you can reach us on Instagram at Blackmon_events. For some reason, Facebook is weird and it wouldn't let me do my page like I want to. So it comes up under Blackmon for some reason for the events. But neither here nor there, I always upload them both to my personal pages as well as my business
I'll
pages.
make sure I go tag and share again.
Yeah. So if you want to contact me that way, you can just contact me on my personal page. And for Little Bakers Association,
Yes.
we have Facebook.
Yes.
As well as the Instagram.
Yes.
And it's Little Bakers Association.
Yep.
So all you gotta do is look us up. And we're pretty
And the
well known.
website.
So if you just Google us,
Yeah, I was gonna
you'll
say.
find us. Just put our
Absolutely.
name in.
Google
and when in
us.
doubt, Google us.
Okay.
We got some dope vendors tomorrow, y'all. When
Yes,
I mean
you
we
guys
gonna
do.
be in the building
Yeah,
tomorrow.
let me shout out my girl Hair by Hazel. She's gonna be in the building as
Hey,
well.
Hazel.
Hey Hazel, she's one of our clients and she's gonna be in the building and she is the best at hair. So if you need your hair done, you can also find her on Facebook at Hair by Hazel.
So I hope you guys come out and support tomorrow our event. We also have the pour up in the city, and then we'll be showcasing the top bartenders who said they are the
Nice.
GOAT.
Alright.
There's a $200 prize.
Really?
You also get bragging rights, and then you also get a trophy to go
I don't even
home.
drink. I'm just saying that sounds
So,
like fun.
I'm excited about
Awesome.
all these other events that
Awesome.
Hush and Hustle has coming. So keep tuned.
Absolutely.
We here, y'all. And
We
I
love it.
appreciate you guys
Thank
for
you so
stopping
much,
in
Sensei.
today.
Absolutely. We appreciate
with
you
my
having us.
podcast. Because they gone, you know, they took a vacation. I'll see them later on. But
Well, hopefully, for the hosts that are on vacation, we did a good job for you guys tonight.
Yes.
I hope
yes.
that
they gonna
you
let
were
me know,
entertained.
especially
yeah.
Tay. You know, that's our
Right.
Suge night.
Uh-oh.
Right. Hope it was because I've watched some of your
Uh-oh.
some of your podcasts, so I know ours is probably a little different than what y'all used to. No. I was
Stop.
talking about ruffled feathers. But I hope that we did a good job for you
Well,
guys.
hopefully we ruffled some of those business feathers.
Right, we came to ruffle business feathers.
Awesome.
We
Thank
tried
you.
to.
We appreciate you guys that tuned in. I appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
We hope to have you guys back again in the near
Sure,
future.
absolutely.
To see where everybody's been going and what else-
Into
other
quarter
opportunities.
two. So anybody that is any of our clients, you should be getting a message very soon.
Yes.
Talking about what your plans are for quarter two. And if you are a business if let me start here. If you don't know what quarter two means
right.
and you are a business, then you need to call me.
Yeah,
Immediately.
amen.
If you
Y'all
know
please
what
don't
that
get her
means.
started, please.
Hello.
And if you are a business and you need help with your quarter two planning,
Thank you guys. I
contact us
appreciate
as well.
y'all.
Yes. Thank you so much
We
for
about to
having us.
end it, you guys. Again, tune in for our charity event tomorrow down at the Plaza. I'm on Tatonia. It will be a dope speaker by the name of Kay Alex. She has the nonprofit organization A Mother's Love to give more awareness on infertility and miscarriages here in the city of Milwaukee. So we're gonna pour into her.
Yes.
We also have brunch by Pauline's Soul Food Kitchen
All
and
right,
mimosas.
nice.
So this is gonna be a dope
Oh,
event.
it is. You guys make sure you come
So I
to
want
the
you guys
Blackmon
to come and
events at
support to
B&B
see what's going
console
on.
table, because we got some good stuff for you
Yes.
guys.
Awesome.
So you
Thank
guys enjoy your night and thank
You
you for
too.
tuning in.